Greetings, family. Hope life is treating you beautifully and the love that I have for you is only exceeded by the love you have for yourself. This is Irvington Unbound, the newsletter of the Sheridan Street Block Association. I'm Jay, your host, and now that our formalities are out of the way, let's get to work. What you're currently watching is footage from the town's 15th annual Unity Day, a nice event with good music, good food, and it was much better than the National Night Out grub, and good people. Something our town has an abundance of. But question, what's the deal with our elders loving brothers that can sing 8 octaves above soprano? Because that's who took the stage. Outside of the speed bumps, guys, all of our issues have been addressed and taken care of. We'll begin looking back into the speed bumps momentarily, but we got to take a moment to appreciate all that we've been able to accomplish this year. The current administration has been ridiculously helpful, and where I'm personally a cynic, I'm not an asshole, and I believe in giving praise where it's due. So, how about a hand for Mayor Voss and his crew? There's only one council meeting scheduled for this month. So, let's begin there. The Catch-22, which is the town's trash issue, will remain at the forefront until the previously discussed street repavement initiative is complete. And even then, it may remain a bit of a dilemma. To pretend as if strides haven't been made is foolish, but we do have a reputation. And a part of that reputation is that it's a dirty town. So when outsiders and some residents dump trash, they feel as if that's just how it is here. It's a problem of our own making. When your town is known as a crime-infested hellhole for the past 25 years, it'll take just as long to reverse such a stigma, but we can do it. I believe in us. The Miss McDaniels Mayor Voss beef is still going strong. This stuff needs to be on Channel 34. It's just hilarious. If you wait till the end of the video, you'll see a camera set up for the Irvington Health Coalition meeting, which begs the question, why aren't these meetings being filmed? Also, a new feature of our coverage will be the meetings itinerary embedded in the video. So if you want, you can press pause and read what's been on the agenda. Throughout her ranting, Miss McDaniels did touch on a topic that got ignored, and I feel I can and should speak on it. Dr. Hudley, our council person at large, she's been getting an escort by Irvington Police Department. And when she stopped by our block to check it out, I met the guy, he was cool. And honestly, it makes sense because she's on a cane. And from my knowledge, it's not like she's going all over the world or taking extravagant trips, If it helps her do her job, I'm all for it. But the reason I bring it up is because Irvington politics is odd in a lot of ways. On one hand, we have a council person who seems as if she could use the help with mobility, playing it humble. But on the other hand, we have a Councilmember Cox, saying how $40,000 isn't any kind of money during the candidate forum during the municipal elections. But the deal is that the town has an average income of $38,000. Look, when your job provides perks, take advantage of them. But I don't knock anyone for giving themselves a raise. I believe most people would when they could. But when our town is poverty-stricken, it's not in good taste to shit over more money than most residents make. But it's also not cool to brush off an inquiry that most people would understand the explanation for. We were at the Irvington Health Coalition's meeting on Friday the 12th. Plenty of that information has been embedded in this video as well, so please press pause and check it out. But what I want to discuss are the 3 main components and the big announcement. The big announcement is that they are going to create a hydroponics farm. My fellow stoners, don't get too happy because it's strictly for produce, which they intend to sell and give away to the community. Creating green jobs and a sense of pride is incredible news, so let's keep our fingers crossed that it comes to fruition. Remember, I'm a cynic that's been waiting for over a year for the reopening of a building that we were told would be closed for only a month. Health behaviors, quality of life improvements, their bold steps is basically an adoptive grandparent program. They made it insanely clear that their focus is on seniors and children. So if you're the child of a senior or the parent of a youth, you can go yourself. I've always believed that the best thing you can do for children is make sure their parents are good. No matter how many trips you take them on or book bags you give out, children have to go home, and that's where they're molded into who they'll eventually become. With physical environments, that's the environment, quality and health, the gist of it is clean up after yourself. But they're saying they want property owners, tenants, and legislators to come together, to tell each other, to clean up after themselves. And their social economic determinants or health equity is primarily about creating brochures and advertisements telling you to clean up after yourself. What they aim to do is to pass laws based on what they and their collaborators at Robert Wood Johnson deemed necessary to make Irvington a clean and healthy town. Also, the pest problem of mice and rats that seems to plague the rest of the town was a big topic discussion. But if you know me, you know what I think. Feral cats for everybody. The occasional can of cat food is a lot cheaper than an exterminator. That covers it on the local end, but wait, I did look into the racist past of Pillar College. Totally checks out, yet they've denounced their history, so it's all good now, right? I don't know, it's 2016, and no business wants to be associated with bigotry, so by all means, have fun and sign on up. But also remember, cynicism isn't the same as negativity. If you go and graduate, I'll gladly come to the ceremony. I mean, if the Klan knows anything, it's barbecue, right? Laugh at that joke because that's pretty funny. In state news, New Jersey is looking to pass legislation for mandatory diversity training within law enforcement. Last week, former Christie aide was reported to send an email stating how the governor knew he was lying when he spoke to the media about the Bridgegate scandal. I really enjoy watching this man have all the bad karma come his way. Mayor Phillip, a candidate in the governor's race next year, was reported targeted as well in Jersey City. All this came from the Wall Street Journal, which is much more reputable than me just some dipshit in Irvington sitting here complaining at his computer. The state Democrats are putting together a gigantic powwow to discuss the governor's race. Mayor Phillip and Steve Murphy are the only two to really start running, but after the presidential election, expect the names to start flying, with the likes of Assemblywoman Siobhan DeShumter, Montclair Councilman Bob Russo, Senate President Steve Sweeney, Assemblyman John Wisniewski, Senator Ray Lesniak, to possibly hop on in. If you're a reader, you know where I stand. The general election will be a formality. Christie has done too much damage to the Republican brand here in the Garden State, so the primary is going to be where the real race is. In American news, Missouri is on fire right now after another police shooting. Please, toss up a prayer for them, both the police and the community. And the presidential election is still a shit show. He, who we shall not name, is too outspoken, but Clinton isn't outspoken enough, and she's playing it safe. There's a difference between playing to win and playing not to lose. Put faith in the polls all you like, but the polls have already proven to be bunk this election cycle. So, with that being it, I'm gonna cut this to an end. I'm gonna cut this short. Tell you how much I love you, how much I appreciate you. Every time I'm walking down the street, it's like, hey Jay, what up? Hey, what's up? You know what's love? It's all love. Love you guys to no end. And we'll be back next month with new Irvington Unbound. Until then, subscribe to the channel. You know, that little red button right there. Click. If you got an issue, got a question, I read the comments. So please leave a comment. Like, subscribe. Let's have some fun. Okay, guys? Enjoy the rest of your summer, and we will see you in September. Irvington out.